HammondCare Miranda offers compassionate and specialized care for people of frail age. Now, this does include people who have dementia. They specifically tailor care to residents of their individual backgrounds, their likes, and as well as their needs. Their homes often comprises of small cottages, which is especially very useful for anyone who has dementia. This is to maximize comfort and well-being and also to make each day less stressful. Ultimately, we need to ensure the dignity and respect of every resident. Okay, today I'm actually at HammondCare in Miranda, and this is a bit different to when I do it at Greenwich because this one's a residential home, while comparing to Greenwich, which is a hospital where there are patients. So I believe the treatment may be a little bit different, and how I would interact with this patient is going to be pretty interesting. Particularly going to be the residents, I'm seeing into their activities. That's going to be very fascinating for me, and I really enjoy this opportunity. I hope you enjoy listening to this video, and thank you for seeing this one. Right, so today I just finished my shift. It's a very busy day for me. There are lots of different activities. Went to this building. There's actually a supermarket there. Well, it's not a real supermarket, but you get all the resources. These are all the apartments there, which are very nicely done. Just like with independent living, but volunteers do not go in there, but we enter into this building right there. And that's where I actually did serve quite a lot of activities. So the first activity that I did was to actually involve in art. So this art is demonstrating the imaginative concept where you can visualize what you want to see and do it with water paintings. What I just draw a beach, and then with the yellow, the green, the grass, as well as the blue, which is the ocean, and a very light blue, which stands for the sky. It's a very lovely idea, and I think I never thought that would actually going to occur. So I really love it. It's fantastic. And what I also did is to do with the men's club. The men's club sounds pretty interesting, but it actually is basically getting into the idea of seeing what we do in the men's business, and there's also quite a few females at the same time. So what we see is that we actually observed into some elderly residents playing games. There's actually two elderly men playing really exciting dominoes game. They keep it's almost like a cat and mouse chase. It's really yeah, I just couldn't believe so. There's so much competition. Further on to build this, there was actually an elderly man who actually does have some sort of, I would say, cannot really move much, and it's actually even worse previously, but then today it has been improved significantly. That's a great sign you can see, because this service, they provide really nice job, and that is why it's so much dedication towards it. But partly based on this, what I also think is actually a pretty surprising moment is to see that there's the elderly man who's actually sucking a bit of the dominoes, and I didn't realize that actually meant he was hungry. So we actually provided him biscuits, and he actually ate the biscuits really nicely. So these are some of the things which I never noticed it before, but this is a really wonderful opportunity for me to learn from this. So it's very different from seeing like a Greenwich hospital where you see into many kinds of different patients, but this one's more like a homely environment, and the activities there is, I would say, much more domestic level. Is where you get to see a lot of the like home life activities, and I think this is a really wonderful place. If you want to volunteer here, it's a fantastic experience if you want something of a more home environment. Hello and welcome back to HammondCare Miranda. This is actually my second time I'm going to record this, and this time I'm going to look at something, different activities going on. It's going to be a little bit different to what I usually do in yesterday. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity for me again to actually see what I'm doing today and to decide from which activity is best optimized for me. I'm looking forward to seeing this, and I'll see you back in a couple hours later. Okay, I just came back from HammondCare Miranda, and I have to say today is a very quiet day. In particular, this one, I said before, it's more homely type of environment, so there's not a lot of jam-packed activities like you see in the hospital where there's a lot of daily routine stuff. This one's a bit more casual-like, and it's more related to the interaction between the residents and as well as the volunteers. Now, I found this one to be very special today because I actually had a very personal type of connection to one particular resident. That particular resident, as I said, it's all happening inside a specialized dementia care. So when it comes into dementia care, there's going to be a lot of problems with cognition first of all, but also into how they react is maybe a little bit more delayed. So sometimes when I have to ask them if they really want some water, they agree to it and I provide them water. And occasionally I will actually go through about some picture books like Australia, and then give it to the image to trigger their memory up. And I feel this is a really strong connection with them. I actually went to exactly the same location I went yesterday, and I'm surprised that some residents actually knew me. I guess maybe because of my dress, because I'm the only one wearing this, or it could be another special reason. But I feel this is a very sense of enjoyment to me. I have seen that into their progression, but also into the day-to-day basis of their activities is what makes it so miraculous that I never experienced that in a Greenwich hospital environment. So that's what I feel is really rewarding for me today, and I really enjoyed this experience. So if you want something a little bit more of a closer connection, I suggest you to go to Miranda volunteering, because it's just absolutely an unforgettable experience. So yeah, this is what I have to say for now, and I hope you enjoy listening to the rest of it.